Hi, this is Jackie Sharp. I just thought I'd make you a little preliminary video today on how to use the Purrfect Practice method and just talking about some of the things that it has to offer to you and your students. Today I'm going to use D major right hand as an example to show you some of the things about the Purrfect Practice method. Unfortunately, my videography skills are absolutely shocking. And I'm not going to be able to get you different angles and things like that. I will be making a professional video of this in the next few weeks, but just in the interim I thought I'd just make this little one. Okay, so looking at D major right hand using the Purrfect Practice method, as many of you will know, I split the scale into groups of 3 notes and 4 notes with visual images of the keyboard. Unfortunately, this is going to be a mirror image. As I said, my videography skills are shocking. So basically, the kids see the placement of the fingertips on these dots. The red or orange symbolizes the group of 3 notes. The green symbolizes the group of 4 notes. And the purple symbolizes any extra notes at the beginning or end of a scale. So, point 1, one of the major things about the method is learning to prepare and learning to think about how the fingers are used and the tone that is produced. So, step 1 in teaching this, I would start by getting the arm in a good position. By that I mean having the wrist angled, so that it's going to go to the right for the right hand, to the left for the left hand. Okay, so then the child, with that angled wrist, the child places the fingers on the keys, on the first 3 keys. Then you can, if it's the first time using the method or if they have any issues with technique, you can discuss playing the thumb at the, next to the nail. You can discuss joint stability, so having this first joint up and then these 2 joints staying stable as the second and the third fingers play. So all of these things can be done preliminary to starting the actual scale. Once they're ready to go, fingers back in position, making sure that the wrist is angled. I would suggest first just playing those first 3 notes and coming off. Now, the student may have made a sound something like, oh, sorry, if the fingers were better. To which I would then get on the piano and say, okay, can you make it sound like this? To which the student might then come back on the piano and go, and then you would ask the student to compare the sound. I would get back on and I would say, what did this one sound like? Can you describe it to me? And then give them words. It has a rich sound, a deep sound. And then play them this one. Give them words. Again, it has a harsh sound. So after a while, your student will be playing this. Great. So moving on then, first just go on to find the next position. Again, keeping the wrist angled. And going through all the same necessary motions and the necessary talks about sound and touch. And then going up, continuing up. Now, a very important thing is learning to prepare, in my opinion. So very importantly, from the beginning, as they do this, before they play on, all 4 notes for the next group should be prepared. Sorry, the case of the collapsing iPad. So once again, 3 notes prepared, 4 notes prepared. Now coming to the fifth finger, they will see that they need to play the fingertip of their fifth finger at this point roughly, rather than playing that. So this is going to encourage them to play with an upright fifth finger, then coming back, always preparing the new group. Okay, now moving one step beyond that, the next thing that they can learn is to pass the thumb under nicely. So what I do with my students, as they're playing the second note of the group of three, I just push like that. And then they sort themselves out again. Then on the third note, push. Push. Then dot. And coming down, taking a rotation on the thumb and then just always bringing that finger over. But if the hand is angled correctly, this should be done very easily. Once they've fully mastered that, they're able to go on to grouping 2. Really thinking of preparing. As soon as we get past the thumb, we prepare the rest. Again, prepare. I call it think to the end. So I just kind of tell them, think to the end, and they stick their finger there. Think to the end, and so on. Think ahead, put this over. Always thinking ahead. Then pretty soon they're able to go on and do the same, the full scale using the same principles. Thanks for watching.